Right, so let me just quickly switch over to my PS4 so that we can do this other thing, which is arguably going to be, if I can speak today, 10 times more boring than playing card games, if you can believe that. So, coming up next, EA Play Live, which is kind of like their E3 thing, but not really their E3 thing. It's kind of like their Direct, I guess you can call it now, where they're going to announce a bunch of EA-related games. I don't really, for the most part, give a shit about EA, but I wanted to check this out anyway, because there might be a surprise announcement that would actually be interesting. So yeah, give me 1 second to quickly plug my PS4 in, because I'm using the YouTube channel on there, so that I can stream this properly, or at least stream it the best way I can. Where's my DualShock? There it is. So I don't have a logo for this, so I'm just going to hide the logo because, I don't know, I don't seem to be giving too much of a shit about this. Yeah, we'll just hide that. So yeah, the funny thing is, I didn't know where to find this, and I searched EA, and the second result was EA is What's the New Thoughts, and it's got like devil horns on the EA logo, and the fourth result is the EA files, and it's like a fucking picture of EA with like the eye of, what do you call that again? The Eye of Sauron, I think, from the Lord of the Rings, I think. I love how most of these results, oh how cool, Spawnwave, I like him. I like how most of the EA results, just by typing in EA, you get a lot of like shitty YouTube videos like shitting on them. I mean, you get this as well, like Angry Joe. Right, okay then, so this will be starting within a couple minutes. It's going to be a schedule, it's like a scheduled premiere, so it's going to be like pre-recorded, and it's going to be about 50 minutes in length. So I don't know what to expect. We'll probably see like fucking 20 minutes of like EA Sports shit, which I don't give a shit about. Like, whenever EA Sports comes up, I'm probably going to mentally tune out during that. But we will, I think we'll see gameplay of that upcoming Star Wars, what's it called? Star Wars Squadrons, which is like their new Star Wars game. It's meant to be like Rogue Squadron, except online multiplayer focused. So I don't know if that'll be any good. I mean, Factor 5 is not making it, so I'm a little bit... You'd forgive me if I was a little bit skeptical about this upcoming dogfight Star Wars game, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. We'll be starting any second now. Premiere will begin shortly. I mean, EA did some good stuff back in the day during the GameCube generation and that, but then they started becoming more grubby and greedy and started focusing on getting more and more money and less on making good games. Not to say that they don't make any good games, but, you know, they're not what they used to be. Let me just reload this in case the premiere thing's starting. Better be MVP baseball. Does EA have a baseball sports license? I thought they didn't have that. Who owns the rights to baseball? Like, I know EA has FIFA, which is soccer. They've got NFL, American football. Okay, here we go. Right, so it starts in just about 2 minutes. I'm just turning the DualShock off. You're probably wondering, why am I using the PlayStation 4 to, like, stream my YouTube thing? Because my PlayStation 4 is using a separate network that I'm using for, like, streaming. Because if I try to load up a YouTube video while live streaming, like, within the same PC, then it's going to cause issues. So yeah, I don't know what to expect from EA. God, what is there that they could... I mean, some people, like Spawnwave, always makes jokes about maybe we'll see Skate 4. I mean, who knows, maybe we will get Skate 4. Which would be cool, but I've not really gotten into the Skate series myself. That's like one of those games that I need to get into at some point. I tried playing Skate, but it's a little bit too advanced for my simple, smooth brain, I guess, because... I'm more into like the very simple, simplistic arcadey, like Tony Hawk style game, rather than like Okay, you've got to move the right analog stick 45.6 degrees at 30% strength, and you've got to move the right stick at like 260 degrees at like 20% strength to do this really advanced technique that will turn you into a skateboarding god. I can't fucking get to grips with skate. I've tried on multiple occasions. I mean, maybe one day I'll get good at it, but that's not going to be anytime soon. I know there's going to be, like, there's another company making a facsimile of Skate. It's called Skater XL, and I think that's coming out in a few months. So if we don't get a Skate 4, I guess you can just play that instead. I don't know who's making Skater XL, but they're basically like Bender from Futurama. It'll be like, fine, we'll make our own Skate with blackjack and hookers. Anyway, here comes EA Play. Oh boy. I wonder how many content claims and content IDs I'm gonna get for this.
Hello and welcome everyone to EA Play.
So it looks a little bit more Nintendo Direct-esque already.
You're joining us today. Over the next 45 minutes or so, we've got so much for you, including creative, innovative, and really fun new games, and a lot of news to share. But before we get into the show, I'd like to take just a minute here. I want to extend a heartfelt thank you to first responders, medical staff, and essential personnel. This has certainly been a challenging year. From natural disasters like the bushfires in my home country to the devastating COVID-19 pandemic, these brave heroes are working to keep us safe and healthy at every turn. I also want to thank our teams for their amazing dedication while working from home. What you've been able to achieve is nothing short of inspirational. We are also deeply thankful to all of you, our players. Even when we've had to stay physically apart, billions of you are using games to come together, to play, and do amazing things for each other. You've shown why this is truly the greatest form of entertainment on the planet. This is also a critical time for the movement to end racism and racial injustice in this world. Black lives matter, and there is much to be done to drive real and meaningful
I know I said I was mentally tuning out during the EA Sports stuff, but I think I'm mentally tuning out a little bit early.
We will not rest.
I mean, don't get me wrong, all this stuff is important, but I don't...
We're here for
without sounding like a dick, I don't really care because we already know what's going on in the world.
We'll continue to build strong representation in our games, and we are focused on making our communities fun, inclusive, and positive places to play.
I mean, this kind of stuff just goes in one ear and out the other because I'm well aware of what's going on, and when companies say this kind of stuff, it's like I have a little bit of skepticism.
Today, we're here because of the power of games. Games bring us together. They can make our lives better, they can teach us, they can provide escape and self-expression. And most of all, games can be fun. All of us at Electronic Arts believe in that, and it's why we're excited.
You enjoyed the first 5 minutes of this so far, because that's 5 of 45 minutes gone.
So thanks for being here with us.
Okay, well, it's not that much,
and now, let's get into some games.
Yeah, let's get into some sports!
What's up, everybody? I'm Greg Miller, and welcome to EA Play. We had an incredible show in LA planned for you. Huge stage, massive setup, these giant monitors. I was gonna fly in on an X-Wing. I was gonna land the X-Wing on stage. I was gonna set off a bunch of fireworks. Then what? T-shirt cannon, bam, shooting out game consoles. Then Carol Baskin, some tigers. That last part was all me. Then, because of circumstances beyond our control, we had to come up with something a little different. Instead of LA, I'm in my hometown of San Francisco, but we still have the Tigers. What's that, Jan? No Tigers. So you lied. Okay. All right. I'm being told there are no Tigers, but whatever. We're still going to bring you the EA Play you know and love. Huge surprises, big announcements, incredible reveals, and never-before-seen gameplay. Coming up over the next hour, we've got game reveals galore, world premiere trailers of new titles, some old favorites making a comeback, a look at a new way
none of those games which are coming to Nintendo Switch because fuck Nintendo Switch.
Plus a sneak peek at the future. Oh, and pay close attention because today you could win one of thousands of Steam codes for more than a dozen great EA games on Steam. Throughout the show, keep an eye out for discreetly placed golden letters. Write them down as they appear, and at the end of the show, we'll tell you where you can enter that secret code for a chance to win free games on Steam. So don't go anywhere. Who am I kidding? None of us can leave our houses. But enough talking. Let's see some games. Up first, we're headed to the Outlands. That's right, it's Apex Legends time.
Right, well, when Apex Legends first came out, I only played a little bit of this. Again, like I said yesterday when I played Fortnite, I've tried playing a number of Battle Royale games, but Fortnite's the only one I've really stuck with.
Hey Apex fans, the
So I can't really tell you how I feel about this one.
Thanks to you, Apex Legends is coming off its most successful, most epic season yet, and we're just getting started. Season 4 saw more of you jumping into the fight than ever before, and you've kept that amazing momentum going forward, making Season 5 the biggest and best start to a season ever.
Took out an enemy. Hold on to your holograms.
We hope you've been enjoying Season 5, Fortune's Favor, which has seen the introduction of our latest legend, Loba, a major map change to Kings Canyon, rest in peace, Skulltown, an all-new ranked series, and a ton of quality of life updates. But it's about to get even better. Today, I'm here to tell you about what's coming next to Season 5 with our latest collection event, Lost Treasures.
There's been a rumor that Apex Legends is going to be ported to Switch. I don't know about that myself. If it does get ported to Switch, and it's going to be like 30 frames per second, like Fortnite, there's no way a game like this is going to run at 60 on that system.
Explorers. They risk everything in search of fame.
I mean, I don't doubt that this is a very solid online multiplayer game. It's just not my kind of thing personally.
Find what they're looking for.
Again, I did try this when it first came out, but I didn't really stick with it.
But if they survive, they might walk away with lost treasures.
I'll high-five you all when I see you. Mobile respawn beacon here.
My sinuses are firing again.
Season 5 for Apex Legends has been out for a while. Yeah, I haven't really been keeping track of what's been going on with this game. I'm assuming it still does decent numbers of like players.
Guns? Who needs guns? I don't need guns.
Otherwise, why would EA support this? Like, why would they continue adding stuff to it?
I won't walk away without it. 너를 찾을 거야.
Solid shooter, but microtransactions weigh it down, especially with the EA dogpiled because of Anthem. Yeah. When is Anthem 2.0 happening anyway? Because they said that was going to happen a while back and we've not heard anything. Who knows, maybe they'll actually show that now, like during this presentation. There you go, that was that, I guess.
As you just saw, the Lost Treasures collection event brings with it a ton of great content, including a new limited time mode, Armed and Dangerous Evolved. It's the return of a fan favorite, snipers and shotties only, but with a twist.
Sending out my decoy.
All armor is Evo armor, and we're removing all of the respawn beacons across the entire map.
Might be years for Anthem. You know what's funny? I actually own a copy of Anthem for the PlayStation 4. I bought it brand new, sealed for £5, which is about, I don't know, $7 or $8. Because like a local game shop was selling it in December, like really cheap on clearance. So I haven't actually opened it, let alone play it, and I'm gonna wait until the game gets better and then I'll start playing it, I guess.
Gives players a closer look at what motivates this drone-wielding hacker.
Like, if they end up turning it around like the Hello Games did for No Man's Sky, I have to remember the name of that game now. But yeah,
all new event-exclusive cosmetic items.
I hope people don't mind me talking over this right now, because I'm kind of mentally tuning out on this one as well. But if they end up doing like a complete like turnaround of Anthem and it ends up being a really good game when 2.0 drops, I will probably check that out, maybe stream it.
Not all Apex fans.
But I don't know. I don't think I would stream it for much.
This fall we're bringing Apex Legends to Steam, and I know you're
cool. Not Switch.
So before you ask, yeah, crossplay is coming to Apex this fall.
Every platform under the sun except for Switch.
And we're thrilled to finally deliver it to
But hey, at least it's not fucking Epic Store exclusive like all those other games we saw the other day.
Let's make it official.
Oh, okay then. Right, well, that shut me up real quick.
And we're incredibly excited to be bringing Apex Legends to the Switch this fall. And we'll share more details in the months ahead.
Right, so the rumors on that were true then.
Squad up, no matter where you and your friends
and crossplay as well, that's cool.
PlayStation, Switch, or on the PC via Origin and Steam. we're throwing out a lifeline and healing the divide between the platforms.
Watch out,
On behalf
Fortnite, you
of
got
the
some
entire
competition.
Apex team, we want to thank our incredible community. Your passion for the game is truly inspiring. We look forward to seeing you all in the arena. And don't
Again, it'll
forget,
probably run at like
check out
30 or
Lost
something on
Treasures on
Switch,
June
but that's
23rd.
still cool for people who actually want to play that on that system.
Oh man, that was amazing. I think I'm hyperbolic. I think I'm hyperman. I've had a really good time here.
Sul, everyone. One
Okay,
thing
so
I
Sims
admire
next.
about Apex Legends is its commitment to having such a diverse range of characters. At The Sims, we've always believed representation and diversity in games is critically important, perhaps now more than ever. It's difficult to put into words just how meaningful it can be to see yourself reflected in the games you play.
So I've got a confession to make. I've never
here
played
to
a
tell you in
Sims
their
game.
own words
Which
are a few
one should I
members of our
start
Sims
with?
community.
It's a very interesting thing.
I think I own Sims 3 on Steam, but I've never played it.
Empowering, actually, and very moving.
It really taught me a lot. The importance of just like keeping relationships good with people.
It's probably like the only place where I was open.
They get to see my personality first before seeing my disability, I guess you could say.
I found myself to be the only black child in my school. I was discriminated, I was bullied. My skin tone, my height, and my teeth.
First realized that I was trans, and I was like praying to God to undo it. I have this world where I can express myself and be myself.
Where I come from, who I am, the color of my
Sim 3 if you already own it.
Tracker to let any of that get in the way. It was no barriers.
No matter where I was or what I was going through, I had my safe place. This is
Don't you love it when
plausible.
big
This is a
video
future
game
we can have.
conglomerates pretend to promote diversity?
I didn't know it at the time, but it gave me hope.
It gave me a sense of hope.
Isn't that the best?
That I could build a life that looked like
I mean,
that.
don't get me wrong, diversity is great, but it's coming off as extremely, like, transparent, if that's the word I'm looking for. Probably not, but you get what I'm trying to say. Also,
I play to build me.
Steam is being funny. I'm trying to, like, look at my library so I can see if I've got Sims 3, but...
I play to make
Oh my god. I just turned back to the monitor to see what the fuck is happening. They're all becoming
I play to have confidence.
shitty video game graphics.
Fuel my creativity.
It's more than just a game. It's creating your life.
Pandering, yeah, I guess. Yeah. Can we see a game now, please? Maybe show us Sims gameplay?
As you just saw, there are so many reasons why I am proud to be part of the Sims global community. We want the Sims to be a place of unity and hope, a place where you can be your authentic self and build your vision for our shared world, a place to imagine what's possible. To our Simmers, thank you for everything you've done. Make your communities, virtual and real, a better place. Now, I know some of you tuned in hoping for some Sims news, and we'll have plenty to share as the summer goes on, but we do have one announcement for you. We'll be welcoming players on a whole new platform as The Sims 4 arrives on Steam today. Take a look.
So how long has Sims 4 been out for on other platforms? Does the Switch have any Sims games? I mean, again, I'm glad it's not going to be like Epic Game Store exclusive, where it's like, oh guys, Sims 4 is coming to PC, but only on Epic Game Store. What's that? You want to play it on PC? I guess you're going to have to give China your wacky digit numbers on your credit card and social thingy. I can't remember what you call it. But yeah. Well, I'm being hyperbolic a little bit, but I still don't like that Tencent owns majority of like Epic, and it's like back when the Epic Game Store was new, there was like people finding out that they were like collecting data on people that signed up for like Epic Game Store. So I trust the Epic Game Store about as far as I can throw them. EA is abandoning their EA Origin platform. I don't think they're abandoning it, but they're putting their games on Steam these days. Like a whole bunch of old EA games that were previously Origin exclusive went to Steam.
Here from the social team, and joining me today from our community team is Freeman.
Hey folks, yes, we're here to tell you that it's not just The Sims 4 arriving on Steam today. 5 more great EA games, including Titanfall 2, A Way Out, and
cool.
Dead Space 3. are all playable right this second.
And when
Titanfall
EA Access
2, I've
arrives
heard,
on
is really
Steam
good.
this fall, you can get all those great titles and a ton more with your membership.
You can also expect to see our new releases on Steam too. One of the first arrived just a short while ago with full mod support via Steamworks.
The critics love it, and we know you will too. This is Command & Conquer Remastered.
Oh yeah, I've seen Vinny play this. I'm not really an RTS person, so it's not for me, but if you're into like real-time strategies, unlike Warcraft 3 Reforged, this is actually a good remaster. Yeah, I heard Dead Space 3 is not that good.
Welcome back, Commander.
Yeah, Origin is still around.
And Steam isn't the only platform getting some love. We'll be bringing games to more platforms than ever.
You can expect 7 new games coming to Switch in the next 12 months, including Burnout Paradise coming tomorrow and Apex Legends later this year.
Oh yeah, Burnout Paradise for $60. Thank you. How generous of you, EA.
Starting with Need for Speed Heat and continuing with some
What's
new
that? I
titles
bought
being
Burnout
revealed
Paradise remastered for £5 on Xbox One 2 weeks ago. What?
Play what you want.
Not 2 weeks ago, 2 months ago.
With who you want. It's about playing together.
Absolutely. Now, let's reveal some more games. Over to you, Greg.
I'm not kidding, by the way. Burnout Paradise Remastered I bought for £5 off the Xbox One store about 2 months back. Meanwhile, they're charging you £50 for the Switch version. Fuck off, EA.
Write the letters down as they appear, and once you've got the full code, you'll be able to enter for a chance to win one of more than a dozen great games on Steam. So stay tuned and find out where to enter the code at the end of the show. Now, if you follow my content at all, then you know there's nothing I love more than buffalo wings and discovering inventive new games. Well, I don't have any buffalo wings, but I do have something just as tasty. Over the past couple of years, EA has partnered with the amazing studios like Haze Light and Zoink to give us such creative titles as A Way Out and Faye. Here to explain how they do it are a few of the talented developers working on the next wave of EA originals.
Sometimes you just have this great idea of a game, but it can be really hard to
I
do it on
think
your own.
that's the Fucc de Oscahs guy. I could be wrong.
For our studio's creativity to flow free, so that we can try unconventional approaches to solving new ideas.
There are times where you've got to like break past your own sort of mental blocks, even if that meant building a whole new kind of game engine.
We get to do the game we want to do.
Or is that the...
And I mean nothing. Comes into
Yeah, I forgot the name of the guy, like the Fucc de Oscahs guy from the Game Awards a couple years ago. Who was that again?
Ideas further and bigger than we first imagined.
Let's find that magic.
Because I know he's under the EA Originals banner because of that game they released a couple years ago. What was it called again? A Way Out? Which I streamed, by the way. With Deej Bruce. A fun game. It's funny how the whole meme of like Fucc de Oscahs has like gotten bigger than the actual game itself.
On 3 studios. Up first is Haze Light and their mild-mannered, quiet leader, Joseph Ferris.
Let's do it.
Please welcome.
Oh yeah, no, this is
Joseph Ferris.
Yeah, this is the dudes, the Tommy Wiseau of video games.
There are like passionate people, there are crazy people, and there is me.
Fuck the Oscars, fuck you!
Okay, can you swear here? Can you swear? Okay. The Oscars, you know? The Oscars! You!
I'm glad that they actually acknowledged that moment.
There. Yeah, I know I'm cocky. I can't help it, man. I was born in Beirut, 1977.
There was a gold P in the background. Well, I guess it would be EA Play then.
Bad stuff happening there. We tried to move 5 times to Sweden. The 5th time they let us in. And that's lucky for Sweden, because I've
Thank you very much, Canadians fan 90. I probably said that wrong, but thank you very much for the follow.
Sweden when I was young. I've done 5 feature movies and now I've done 3 games. And it's way harder to make a game. It's almost like the audience have control of the pacing of the story, while in movies it's being paced for you.
In video games, there's so much to be explored from a storytelling perspective because of the interactivity. There are some studios out there.
But yeah, I would say it was a
games that
pretty
have
good
stories,
cooperative
but they
adventure
pretty
game.
much have one mechanic they like reuse all the time. The designers and the story writers are kind of like doing two different games. That's why I founded Hazelight, to keep pushing the boundaries of what is possible in games. That's what game number 3 from Hazelight is all about. And action.
I'm glad that he's embracing it as
The
well.
new game, It Takes Two, is a co-op action-adventure platformer that will blow your f***ing mind away. The story starts out with a small family. Cody, May, that's the parents, and then Rose, the little daughter. So Cody and May are about to separate. Rose doesn't want them to divorce, so she creates 2 dolls out of wood and clay, and these dolls magically come alive and actually controls both Cody and May. And you could say you're almost controlling their emotions. You're almost playing their emotions. There's even levels where we're actually making a mechanic for their emotions. So again, marrying the story and the mechanics. And I think for the players, that's gonna feel very new, different, and unique. They haven't played anything like this before. It Takes Two is a crazy roller coaster ride that doesn't really have an ending. It has an ending, but that ending is that the roller coaster crashes and you fly into the sky and get up into space. And when you're in space, you're like, what the f am I doing up here? And then maybe you get back to Earth again. That's the best way to describe It Takes Two, actually.
All right, well, I'm interested.
Wow, that was the best way to describe it. All right, Joseph, we love you so much. Thank you.
Oh yeah, I
Keep it
can
up
see a
over
letter L there. It is an EA Play.
Of course, ladies and gentlemen, let's keep this originals train rolling. And let's stay in Sweden. Of course, I'm a fan of both their delicious red gummy
Possibly
fish
an
and their video
LIVE
games.
afterwards.
So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Klaus and Olav from Zoink Games.
Thanks, Greg. Welcome to Gothenburg and, well, my home. Unfortunately, I didn't bring you any Swedish fish, but we do have some exciting news for you about our latest game. At Zoink, we've always been driven by love of rich visual storytelling and creating strange worlds that people can escape to. The weirder, the better, and I think my friend Olav would agree.
Yeah, absolutely. And for our next game though, we wanted to try something a little darker, something out of a gothic fairy tale. What started with a mood and some paintings grew into this eerie, strange world that feels like something out of a beautiful, twisted dream. And that's the world of random.
Lost and Random is the story of Even, a little girl with a big heart and an even bigger temper. After a horrible event that changes her life, she embarks on a dangerous journey through the world of random. But fortunately, she's not alone. Just like I have Olav, Even also has a crazy little weird friend thing with her.
Along her journey, Even discovers Dicey, a playful, loyal, almost puppy-like dice companion that gives her the power to really change things in the kingdom of random.
That was interesting.
Despite the name, in Even's world, randomness is feared, and a dark force controls every aspect of life, from where you live to how you act or what your favorite color is. It's a coming-of-age story set against the backdrop of a mysterious world, but it holds a modern message that's really relevant to our world right now.
I think we can all relate to the desire to try and control the chaos around us. With Dicey's help though, Even learns the power in doing just the opposite. Embrace the randomness, accept the uncertainties in life, and you'll be surprised how far it takes you.
Imagine if you could change the course of life with the roll of a dice. What would you do? Play it safe or trust in yourself and take a chance? We can't wait for you to play and find out.
We're still a long ways from launch, but we hope you will join Even and Dicey on their journey next year. Until then, please enjoy this first look at Lost and Random.
Welcome to Random.
Okay, so we're actually going to see some gameplay then. Sorry, I thought it was just going to be like concept art, but apparently this is the game now.
The world of random bends with the roll of one dice. A dice that has ruled this kingdom for generations, transforming the fates of people just like you. But what if I told you there is another dice with the power to change everything? Now, my friend, it's your turn to roll, to play the odds, and break the curse of random.
I like the narrator voice. For an EA Originals game, this actually looks pretty good. It reminds me of, I'm getting some Coraline vibes from this right now.
They should be scared of us, right?
That actually looks pretty cool, that.
Really cool. That's a look at Lost in Random in man. Embracing randomness. I feel like I live that every day of my life. Ah! Did you know I was gonna do that? You didn't know that. Dicey's my spirit animal. The game's out next year.
I'm dropping
But
frames.
for something that's blasting off a whole lot
I was wondering
sooner,
when that was gonna
take
happen.
it away, Kevin Franklin.
Let's hope that irons itself out. Let me know if you guys, if it's
Final Strike
buffering for
Games,
you,
our
or
team
if it's
of
like dropping
experienced
frames or
industry
what.
veterans have worked on incredible multiplayer franchises. We are passionately focused on making great multiplayer games. That's why I am incredibly excited to announce that we have partnered with the talented team at EA to release our first ever title, Rocket Arena. As you'll see, we stay loyal to the name of the game. It's a rockets-only shooter that allows players to get into the action quickly and stay in the fight. We wanted Rocket Arena to be an awesome, competitive experience to play with friends. I think you're gonna love what we've got in store for you. Here is the all-new trailer of Rocket Arena. Enjoy.
Rockets away!
Let's kick this into
So it's like a little hero shooter or something. It kind of looks like it.
Have you ever wondered why life is so good on Crater? Sure, we've got the beautiful beaches,
Right, I think the buffering stopped now.
quality public transportation,
Sorry about that. That was the first time I've dropped frames all night.
and exotic destinations. Another victory! The people are courteous and friendly,
Jolly good for me.
and always happy to help their fellow citizens. Are you leaving already? But the real reason life is so good? We've got rockets.
So yeah, it's a hero shooter slash battle royale slash. I don't know. I'm not even sure if this is a hero shooter, but the big difference is it's just rockets. So that's kind of up my alley because I like using rocket launchers in like other multiplayer games. Noob Tube the game. 3v3. Yeah, so I guess it is a hero shooter then.
Talk about razzle dazzle. Never turn your back on the
Ah shit, I'm dropping frames again. I might have to restart the stream if it's going to keep doing this.
I got speed to spare. I'm here.
I'm not sure why I'm suddenly dropping frames now. In fact, I'm going to have to lower the bitrate, see if I can compensate for that. So the stream's going to look a little bit crusty, but I can't really do much about that at the moment. Sorry guys. I'm going to lower the bitrate to 800 kilobits.
So as you just saw,
And
rockets
I'm
are
still
obviously
hitting
awesome
red.
to blast
Excellent.
all over the place. But in order to come out on top, there's a lot to master.
You recognise that song, Prepare for Copyright Strikes.
You'll have
I
a
was
range of
talking over it,
rocket-powered
hopefully that
abilities to
prevented
blast
it.
opponents out
Maybe.
of the arena, and an arsenal of evasive moves. Rocket jump,
Right,
rocket
so I'm
climb,
gonna quickly
and dodge
restart.
to avoid getting knocked out yourself. Don't worry,
I like
though,
how I
you're
said
never
I'm
out of
about to
action for
restart the
long.
stream,
Even
and then
when
it
you're
fucking
out,
goes
you
back
fly
up the
right
green.
back into the fray.
Yeah, I'll restart the stream
You'll
real
also
quick,
be able
hang
to
on.
really customize your own unique look and playstyle. Each of the 10 heroes available at launch have
I'll
their
still
own
react to this for
rocket-powered
people that are
abilities.
watching the VOD, I guess,
And
but
as you play, you'll discover items that allow
gonna have
you
to wait for
further
OBS to let
refine
me
each
start
of
the
your
stream
heroes'
again.
playstyles. Plus, every character has
I mean,
100
it
levels
looks
of progression
alright,
that unlock new
but
cosmetics
probably
and
not going to
rewards.
stick with this one.
All that and much more when Rocket Arena arrives on July 14th.
Oh, so it's coming out next month.
And there's
Right,
plenty
okay
more
then.
content to come in our first season, which begins just 2 weeks after launch on July 28th, and brings with it a blast pass and a ton of free content, including new maps, in-game events, and a new playable character. Rocket Arena is a game meant to be played with friends, regardless of platform. That's why we're thrilled to announce cross-play support right from the start.
Yes, but is it coming to
So
Switch?
grab your friends, regardless of their platform, and get ready to blast off with Rocket Arena on July 14th on PlayStation, Xbox, Origin, and Steam. And we'll be sharing more gameplay right after the show with the help of some great content creators. So check us out on YouTube at the link below. See you in the arena.
Yeah, sorry guys, I had to
Wow,
restart
that
the
was
stream
great.
there. It was
And
really tanking
hopefully
hard.
You've all been keeping track of the golden letters hidden
Yeah.
throughout the show, and
That is EA
nearly
Play.
cracked the code. Here's a hint: it's not Kanye. Keep an eye out for the last couple of letters, and then at the end of the show, we'll reveal where you need to go to enter the code and a chance to win some great games on Steam.
I like
Now,
how
for the
somebody
future of
fucking
Rocket
edited that
Warfare,
bloody
we head to
glisten,
a
and did you
different
see
kind
that?
of battle. It's the real reason I didn't get any sleep last night, and if you thought you heard sleigh bells, that's because it might as well be Christmas in June. It's finally time to talk Star Wars Squadrons.
Okay, well, this was something I wanted
promise
to
you,
see.
We are going to get a first look at some brand new gameplay in just a moment. But first, for anyone who doesn't fully grasp why I'm so excited, earlier this week, EA and Lucasfilm dropped a trailer that literally gave me all the feels, chills, joy, excitement, and then more chills on top of that. Take a look.
Hang on a second. Gonna head out, not interested in the EA thing. Yeah, fair enough. I mean, it's probably not gonna be the most exciting thing that I'm gonna stream in terms of like the Summer Games Fest stuff that's been happening lately. Oh, for fuck's sake, Internet, why you do this to me right now? I might have to change to... I don't know if I'm on 3G or 4G right now, but I might have to like change something to fix this. In fact, I'm gonna try something stupid. Hang on. Let me turn my VPN off, see if that fixes it. I might have to wait a minute. Might have to wait a minute if I can speak. Excellent. Now everything's broken. Fantastic. You're not like people that are watching this like live right now, like watching me restream this, are not missing much. They're just showing that like CGI trailer, so you didn't miss
All of
much.
us is celebrating and excited. The 37-year-old man on this couch is excited. Ladies and gentlemen, for
Really,
the second year in
OBS?
a row, I have the honor and privilege of helping introduce a new Star Wars title. And here to put the hype in hyperdrive,
I'm
is none
having
other
some shit
than
going on
Motive's
with OBS
creative
right now,
director,
bear with me.
Ian Fraser. Hello, Ian.
Hey, Greg, how you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
Doing
Oh,
good.
for
Happy to
fuck's
actually get to
sake.
show this to people.
I bet. Now, in my copious notes I have on you, I'm told you are quite the Star Wars fan and have been a long time. How long have you liked Star Wars?
I've been a Star Wars fan for pretty much my whole life. I don't even remember the first time I saw the movies. And as a kid, there was a lot of different parts of Star Wars I loved. One of them was
Why couldn't this have fucking...
that idea of climbing
Well,
into
it's
an
going to end in
X-Wing
like
TIE
20
fighter.
minutes, but why couldn't
You know,
have
I
just
played
not
all the
fucking done
fight
this at
games
all?
in the 90s, and I got pretty obsessive about them. I'd pause, meticulously draw the insides of the cockpits and stuff. And actually, I dug up some of those drawings from my parents' attic over the holidays.
We're showing them right now to the world. This strikes me as above and beyond the normal level of Star Wars fandom.
I think at Motive, you'll find that quite a few people have that level of Star Wars fandom. When we started this project, I talked to a lot of people as they joined the team, and a lot of them had similar kinds of stories of things they'd done as kids. One of them even built a functional cockpit in his garage.
Wow, that's
Right, so I think the stream is
How do you guys go
stabilized
from being
now,
a
hopefully.
fan,
Let me know if you guys
drawing what
can
see in
hear
the game,
/
or
see
building
this.
a cockpit in your garage to actually
It should be fine now, I think.
Well, I think that fandom, just love of Star Wars, has provided a really good foundation for us. But on top of that, of course, the team at Motive got a lot of experience working with Star Wars when they worked on Battlefront 2. And when Battlefront 2 wrapped up, there was a really small group of us that were really into particularly the pilot experience within Star Wars. And we wanted to make
Restream
something
chat
new,
application
something that really
is
went
not
all
doing
in
any-
on that
doing me any
part of the
favours.
fantasy. And so we did kind of a
Because of
grassroots
fucking course
initiative,
not.
or started a
Right,
little
okay, I
passion
think we're back
project,
now.
and that ramped up into eventually what is the game we're going to show you today.
You talk about, you know, your passion for this, your nostalgia for Star Wars flight games of the past. How do you honor that but make something brand new?
It's been interesting. You know, we're trying to kind of pull from that spiritual heritage of many different games in that time period. At the same time, we want to do something that feels fresh and new for fans today.
Right, okay, chat
And
is
so what
still
we tried to
working.
look at is sort of the spiritual core of what I think are the best of the Star Wars flight games of the past.
So, if
And
you were
what they
wondering
did
what
that
you
I
missed
loved
there,
is
it was
that
basically a
they made that
CGI
part of the
trailer for
universe real.
Star Wars
The
Squadrons.
level
We
of
haven't seen any
depth, the
gameplay
detail
yet.
that they show in the ships, the
And
way
now they're
that you
talking
control
about
them,
it, so...
is something that I remember fondly from my childhood.
I'm just
and
waiting
it's
for them to
something
show the
that we're trying
gameplay,
to
because
do
that's
very
all I
much
care
with
about right now. I
Squadrons.
just want to see what the
You
game
know,
looks
in
like
real
and how
life,
it
being a
runs.
pilot is hard. It takes skill, and that's something that you'll see throughout the game. You know, as you start off playing, it's pretty straightforward, fly around, shoot your lasers. But as you get deeper into it, you start learning how to divert energy from your lasers.
Yeah, here's that
to your
CGI
engines,
trailer if you
how
missed
to
it.
shift your shields from the front to the back to cover your butt in a dogfight. Or at the higher levels of skill, you can do really crazy stuff. Like you can boost your engines, fly ahead, cut them off, whip around 180 and shoot a missile off your own tail while drifting backwards. Like real ace pilot stuff. And that's really where we have a lot of fun with the game.
I want to do that. I want to learn how to do that. I understand the nuts and bolts of how to play it. Is there a single-player story? Is there a multiplayer mode? What are we getting into?
It's actually some of both. So the game starts with a brand new single-player story, takes place a little bit after Return of the Jedi, and it has kind of a unique dual perspective approach to it. So when the game starts, you're going to create two pilots. You create a New Republic pilot and an Imperial pilot, and you're going to alternate between their perspectives mission to mission over the course of the story. You're going to meet a diverse cast of characters along the way, and also
So yeah, there is like a single-player story mode in this game. Not much I heard about, but
in the practice range,
I wouldn't be surprised if the single-player stuff is like very meager compared to the multiplayer component.
And play competitive space battles at that point. And so we've done a lot to try to reduce the barriers, to make it as easy as possible for you to play with your friends. And so I'm happy to say we fully support
It's going to be like EA's Battlefront 2, where it's like there is technically a single-player story, but it's very small and very simple.
Display or in VR,
Basically, they're just to teach you the mechanics and nothing else.
VR from beginning to end, which is pretty cool. But regardless of how you're playing, which platform, they can all play together. Just hook up with your friend, connect, have an awesome space battle.
You just Death Starred my mind, man. Like, that's awesome. That is, the big question, when can people actually play it?
Not too long, actually. Star Wars Squadrons is coming out on October 2nd.
Okay, not too long at all. I was worried about you. I thought you were going to leave me on a teaser there. You didn't. You actually delivered. I appreciate that. The next big ask I have on behalf of everybody watching, I'm sure, who came here for one specific reason, can we see some new gameplay of it? Can we see any gameplay of it?
Absolutely. I kind of figured you might want to. On behalf of everyone at Motive and the team at Lucasfilm, I am very happy to show you the world's first look at gameplay of Star Wars Squadrons. Enjoy.
Right, so here we go. Finally get to see what the game looks like. I'm not the world's biggest Star Wars fan out there because I haven't even seen the original movies yet, but I have played a few Star Wars games here and there, and I have played Rogue Squadron on the N64, and I played whatever the sequel was called on the GameCube, Rogue Leader. Those were good games.
Everything we've done has led to this. Finish those Vanguard scum.
This is Star Wars Squadrons. Earn your wings in a single-player story spanning 2 factions.
All stations, fire on that ship!
And master multiplayer battles as a squadron of 5. With the option to play the entire
there's some
game
gameplay.
in VR. This is the definitive
Oh yeah, VR
Star
support
Wars
as well. That's
pilot
something I heard
experience.
about. So yeah, if you feel like if you feel like being sick, like spinning your TIE fighter around in VR, you can do that.
Where you'll play as 2 combat pilots, flying for both the Empire and the New Republic. You'll experience this world through your cockpit. The instrumentation in front of you provides critical feedback about power management, targeting, and shields. With a squadron of diverse characters at your side, prove your skills on increasingly challenging missions.
I kind of like that your entire HUD is reduced down to the middle of the cockpit and not like just random numbers on the edges of the screen. I kind of like that actually.
Spies has linked the attacks with the New Republic Starhawk project.
The story of the 2 pilots you play
Stick together.
will shape the balance of power in the galaxy.
Get ready.
Let him have it.
To take the fight online, you'll need flight time with all 8 ships. Fighters are the most flexible and versatile, able to handle any situation. Interceptors are fast and highly
Again, imagine trying to play this with VR while you're fucking barrel rolling and like twisting and turning in space. You'd fucking vomit up chunks in like 2 seconds.
Stocked up, as well as disrupting enemy fighters.
Nice.
I wouldn't be surprised if like even VR veterans would like get sick playing this game. Like not sick of it, just like feeling physically sick playing it.
Preferred component, you need something customized. I'll take care of it.
Unlock everything you need to customize your pilot and starfighters simply by playing the game. From cosmetics.
Was that
to
no
an arsenal of
microtransactions?
over
Are you sure
50
about that, EA?
components that alter how your ships fly, fight, and survive.
What about loot boxes? Oh, I'm sorry, we're not allowed to say that anymore. Surprise mechanics, you got any of those?
Dramatically change your loadout depending on your squadron's strategy.
Finally got him.
This will be critical in Star Wars Squadron's multiplayer modes. First up, dogfights. This is an all-out 5v5 battle. Fine-tune your
When I was younger, I used to play a lot of the multiplayer mode on Star Fox, so I do like a dogfight playing that game. So I'd probably enjoy dogfighting mode in this if it's done well enough.
Rebels unmarked.
For teams looking for an even greater challenge, it's time to prove yourself in Star Wars Squadron's signature mode, Fleet Battles. Fleet Battles are multi-stage conflicts. Whether playing solo or with friends, you'll have the option to compete against other players or AI as a squadron of 5.
Don't worry, I got him for you.
Meet your team in the social hub to solidify strategy, coordinate loadouts, and prepare for takeoff. First, push the front line by winning the dogfight in the center of the map. Next, attack or defend 2 medium-sized capital ships.
We've lost our capital ships.
And finally, the ultimate goal. Target and destroy the subsystems of your opponent's massive flagship and take it down.
Shields are disabled.
At each phase, your squadron either pushes the line forward or falls back to defend.
Keep our flagships safe.
It's your squadron's choice of how to play.
I'm hit!
Speedy, unrelenting assaults.
Stay together, strike quickly.
Stealth and subversion.
Jamming the enemy. Sensors can't spot you.
Or brutal bombardment.
That ship is vulnerable. Take your shot.
We need to hurry.
A unified squadron is the key to victory.
Yeah, so I'm not saying a lot. I'm just listening to what they're saying, I guess. It looks good. I'm glad they're showing as much gameplay as they are.
Star Wars Squadrons. Join the galaxy's finest and make your mark.
I mean, if it plays as good as it looks, this might actually be one to watch out for. Can't believe I'm saying that about a fucking EA game of all things, but, you know, we had a good Star Wars game last year, so maybe this will be another one. Right, so where's that golden Y? Oh god, is it EA Sports now?
It's your boy Lamar Jackson. I'm excited to be a part of the EA Sports family and to be you guys'
Yep,
new man.
time for me to mentally tune out now. Bye everyone.
We have in store for you this season. This is EA Sports Next Level.
I'll be here physically, but my brain will be a million miles away for a couple minutes.
You feel it all.
You feel that burst of speed?
It's like I'm lightning. In that moment, I'm untouchable.
Like, I don't give a shit about sports games, let alone EA Sports games.
This game is the one true love. Makes it feel like.
See, it's funny, I thought we were going to go an entire EA play without sports, but of course they have to put them in here. I mean, it makes them money, so why would they not put it in here, but it still bores the fuck out of me whenever they move on to sports stuff.
Score that goal, and you're a hero. And history carves your name.
I'm going to hide the OBS stats now since my internet has stabilized. I'm going to try increasing the bitrate again, so let me try that, see if it stays stable with greater bit rateage. Let's try 1100s. In fact, no, let's try 1200s. That should be good enough without going over.
I feel football in my heart. Feel it in your hands. Why? Taste it. See the unknown.
Unless it's a Mario sports game, I've got no interest in sports. Yeah, pretty much same for me.
I want the real thing.
Like, Mario sports games tend to be quite fun. Like, they always, like... I mean, I haven't played every Mario sports games. I was talking about Mario Golf earlier, but yeah, usually Mario sports games are quite enjoyable.
I want to live in the floodlights.
This is a pretty fucking elaborate trailer for the EA Sports branding. Like, they're hyping it up like it's the next best thing since sliced bread. It's not.
Now, that's a lot to look forward to, but there's more. Here to tell us about the future of gaming is EA's Chief Studio Officer, Laura Miele.
Thanks, Greg, and thanks, Lamar. Welcome to the EA Sports family. There are great things to come from EA Sports for all of you.
I think we've got like another 5 to 10 minutes left.
As you've seen throughout the show today, our electronic artists are working hard to bring you more of the games that you want to play. Games like Star Wars Squadrons, Apex Legends, and Command & Conquer. These games all exist because of you. Your voices are heard and we are acting on your feedback. Now, we've talked a lot about all the exciting games you'll be playing this year, but our studios are working even further out, creating new experiences, new stories, new gameplay.
I'm dropping frames again.
All enabled by new console
Shouldn't have upped the fucking bitrate.
And we're so excited about what's to come, we don't want to wait until next June to share what the teams are working on.
Let me lower the bitrate back down to 800 for now.
This
will be over shortly anyway. If it starts buffering, sorry guys, I can't really do anything about that.
And this time is no different. Our studios are taking their crazy ambitious ideas and making them real. Criterion is known for how their games feel. From superior physics to nuanced details of gameplay, this team hand curates the moment-to-moment experience. And with the new consoles this year, there will be a seamless immersion which will get you into the race in a matter of seconds. BioWare imagines and creates worlds where you become the hero of your own story. And we're using this next generation of technology to make those fantasy worlds your reality. For every console generation, DICE sets the bar for excellence in audio and visual presentation. We are creating epic battles
next
at
gen.
a scale and fidelity unlike anything you've
The
experienced
graphics
before.
are so good you can't see the colors.
At Motive, we are working on a highly ambitious and innovative new game that puts the power and creativity in your hands. And it's an experience that would have been impossible without next-gen technology.
That reminds me of
the beginning of the
shit,
things
what's
we
that
are
game
working
called?
on,
Crackdown 3?
And there is so much more to come.
Like kind of looks like a bootleg
The future of
Crackdown
EA
3 there.
Studios is not just about new technology. It's about you, your voices, your ideas. We want to be where you come to play. We want to make games for everyone. So please keep giving us your feedback and let's build the future together. On behalf of all of our studios, thank you for joining us today. But before we sign off, there's just one more game we would love to share.
All right,
Darren,
one more game.
Over to you.
Yeah, sorry for anyone that's
you.
watching this live right
So
now with
the
me.
moment
My
is
internet
here.
is not
We
cooperating,
finally get to
sadly.
say, we're back. We're doing it. Skate's happening. We're rolling. We've
Wait, what?
secretly
A
got
skate?
together.
Are you-
It's the beginning.
Really?
The skate evolution continues.
We've been waiting years, honestly, to make the right game at the right time with the right idea, and really, really pleased to say that we're here. It is really
for
early.
fuck's sake,
but,
Restream, could you not do this
it takes
now?
a little while to find Cuz or wake him up.
Dude, harsh. Still, we've got a long way to go, but we're stoked, and this is just the beginning.
I tried to send out a message letting people know that the rest of the stream's going to be fucked, and I couldn't even do
Thank
that.
you for your passion,
Thanks, internet.
your patience, and all the support that you've shown, us to get to this point.
Yeah, just whatever.
It's amazing. We cannot believe you commented this into existence. Amazing. Skate changed my life. Thank you so much.
So yeah, we're getting Skate 4. It
forever.
seems like that's cool.
Guys, we did it. We brought back Skate. Thank you.
I missed the
to
golden
EA.
Y, so
Thank you
yeah,
to
it's
Cuz.
EA Play
Thank
Live.
You to Darren. Thank you to you. Thank you to me. I can't believe that I'm so happy and my heart rate. Is this what exercise feels
Why?
like? Ladies and gentlemen.
Why is my internet being a dick?
I can't believe it. Before we go, because I love you guys, here are the last letters of the secret code. If you think you've got the complete code, go
Oh boy, I
to
wonder what the code is.
player.gg/EA and enter for a chance to win one of thousands of free games sponsored by player.gg. You can find the official rules and everything else over at player.gg.
What the fuck is player.gg? I've never heard of that
This
before.
has been an amazing experience, an amazing opportunity for all of us all over the world to come together and celebrate gaming. Thank you for being part of EA Play.
You might hear
Until
some
next time,
Windows
I'll see
10
you online,
noises.
and it's been my pleasure to serve you.
We see it all with wonder.
Right, well there's your sizzler reel for the end of this. Oh, come on. I can't fucking... I'm trying to get the stream to restart. It's not happening. Yeah, leave it up to a fucking EA event for this shit to happen. Yeah, if you're wondering what those Windows 10 noises are, it's because Restream is refusing to reconnect. This happens sometimes. I mean, it's not like the Windows noises are overlapping anything else important right now, it's pretty much the ends. Oh yeah, well you can go fuck yourself then, stupid piece of shit. Yeah, sorry guys, my internet is not being nice to me in the worst possible way. You know what? Fucking, it's gonna look like dog shit, but 200 kilobits just so I can at least stream for now. Right, okay, so I've temporarily fixed my stream, but it's going to look absolute garbage right now because I've lowered the bit rate as low as it can possibly go, 200 kilobits. You didn't miss much there. If you want me to recap what you just missed, they basically ended off by confirming that Skate is coming back, so we're actually getting Skate 4, which is pretty cool. Well, I mean, it could be a remaster of an older game, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be a new Skate game. Let me just turn this off. Again, sorry if the picture looks garbage right now. I'm trying to like wrap up my stream right now so I can at least do that. So yeah, my overall thoughts on that, better than I thought it was going to be. It wasn't amazing by any stretch, of course. Let me check the chat there because I can't see what that says. Hang on. Okay, well, no new chat messages. I'm not sure if I missed any chat messages. The Restream chat application is not cooperating with me either. Like, everything's just, like, working against me right now. My stream... excuse me. My stream was perfectly fine for, like, almost 3 hours, and then it starts going to shit. Which I really hate when that happens. Sometimes I can go a full stream without that kind of thing happening, but... yeah, just whatever. I don't care anymore. Oh look, 200 kilobits and I'm still dropping frames. Fantastic. I don't give a shit anymore. So if anyone can still hear this, again, sorry for the technical difficulties toward the end there. Not much I can do about that. You can always watch the VOD version of this. I've recorded the whole thing, so it will go up tomorrow with my other thing that I played today. And let's see, my favourite thing of that whole thing was probably just seeing, I think his name was Joseph Fares, the Fucc de Oscahs guy. And his game looks kind of interesting. It didn't really show much gameplay, but I liked A Way Out. And what was the new one called? It was like 2 something 2. I forgot the title for it, but I'm going to keep my eye on that one because I would imagine it would be another good cooperative adventure game. I'll probably play that with Deej when that eventually comes out. So yeah, that gothic like random game looks pretty good. I forgot what that was called. Something random. And what else? Star Wars Squadrons was surprisingly good looking. I hope it plays as good as it looks because it actually did look really solid. And again, we had a good Star Wars game last year, like the Jedi Fallen Order. I never played it, but I heard good things from that game. So who knows, maybe Squadrons could make it 2 for 2 in a row. And that's pretty much it. I couldn't really think of much else. I'm glad that even though EA Sports had to appear here somewhere, it wasn't there for very long. It was just like a couple minutes trailer and that was it. They didn't like go into, oh, let's talk about what tiny tweaks we've made between fucking FIFA 22 and FIFA 21. So I'm glad they didn't go into that shit because I remember one of their EA press conferences, they had, I forgot the dude's name, like a famous footballer on stage talking about the next game for like 5 minutes, and I just like was completely mentally away from the whole thing during that. But yeah, overall it was a pretty solid presentation. Again, EA is not my favourite publisher. It's probably nobody's favourite publisher, let's be real, but they had some decent stuff there, so could have been worse. I mean, it could have been better as well, but it was okay. So at least I got some good stuff to take away from that.